お待ちどうさま。俺は男だぜ。
どっちでも関係ないね。
Hey guys, Mr. Kenku here, back at it again with another video. So today we are going to discuss what if Luffy had the Monkey King's powers, also known as Sun Wukong. I know that I posted a One Piece what if a long time ago and haven't updated it, but I will soon. Just trust me. Also, the One Piece videos will only focus on how Luffy's fight will differ from the original to make the what if video shorter and efficient. So, how Luffy's devil fruit power will work is that it has different types of varieties. Luffy can summon a yellow cloud that he can use to fly with or even assist him in fights. He can also summon a staff which he uses to fight with. The staff can extend or even grow bigger. This staff can cut like a sword and even deflect some attacks. His senses are also heightened. His strength and power are also above average than average adult human in the One Piece world. Other things that Luffy can do is to clone himself with a clone having the same strength as Luffy, but not the same abilities. Another thing, if you guys are wondering what about Luffy's forms, well, his base form is that he has the Uzaru form, which makes Luffy's power level or strength multiply by 10 times. His second form is his hybrid form. He can basically summon an unbreakable armor which protects himself. His power level also gets multiplied by 50 times, which makes Luffy unstoppable. For his third form, I will leave it to you guys to decide in the comment section below to give me ideas, and also what moves Luffy will have in the future. Another thing is that Luffy will be much hairier than usual, because you know he is monkey. So the story begins after the mountain bandits caused chaos on the bar where the red-haired pirates hangs out. When the bandits left, everyone started laughing, but Luffy thought it wasn't cool and manly because they didn't try to do anything about it. Shanks then laughs it off and tells Luffy that it wasn't serious and all. Since in this timeline the gum fruit doesn't exist, Luffy doesn't find the devil fruit, but instead of eating one he storms out of the bar and goes into the forest where he hangs out with his monkey buddies. Yes, you heard that right. Luffy will basically hang out with monkeys as he thinks the kids in his village are quite dull and lame. When Luffy went inside the forest, he is greeted by the monkeys and plays around with him, making him forget about what happened earlier. The way Luffy gets his devil fruit is that a bunch of the monkeys had basically stolen some stuff from the red-haired pirate's ship and have given it to him. Luffy would open one particular treasure box and sees a devil fruit inside it. He was curious at what this peculiar fruit was and takes a bite out of it. The fruit tasted disgusting, and Luffy was shouting at how bad it tasted. The monkeys started laughing and making fun of him, but it all stopped when Luffy started to grow a tail and hair started coming out of his body. His eyes would change, and his senses were heightened. His canine teeth would also grow bigger. Luffy's forehead started to burn up as a tattoo forms and makes a weird crown pattern. That pattern would later then start forming into a real crown, and when Luffy tried removing it, it wouldn't move an inch. Luffy starts to panic as his body starts changing and all of these weird things are happening to him. He looks at the monkeys and sees that he can communicate better with them than ever before. Luffy calms down and starts to figure out his newly found powers. His hairy body doesn't really bother him that much as he is gonna work out how to get rid of it. Luffy then starts to see that he can summon a yellow cloud called the Flying Nimbus. The cloud can grow and be controlled by Luffy's mind. Luffy tried touching it and sees that it was thick enough to let him climb on it and carry him. Some of the monkeys would then also ride the cloud as Luffy starts having fun. Luffy then also checks what else he can do and sticks out his hand out. Then a long staff that is much taller than him suddenly appeared out of nowhere and just quickly flew into his hand. Luffy starts using it and sees that he somehow can use it fluently, like that it's another part of his body. He called this stick the power pole. Luffy couldn't wait to show Shanks this newly found powers, so he called out and summoned his Flying Nimbus to carry and fly him towards Shanks and the others. When Luffy arrived, the red-haired pirates started to get ready to fight as they sensed a great danger. Shanks then sees that there were no danger, and that it was only Luffy and some monkeys flying towards them. Luffy flies towards Shanks and starts showing him what he can do and his abilities. Everyone was shocked to see this and started asking Luffy if he ate a weird peculiar looking fruit, to which Luffy would say yes to. Shanks started to panic more and tells Luffy that he ate a devil fruit, a fruit that will give you a unique power for an exchange of your strength to swim. Luffy is more shocked than Shanks as he realizes that he won't be able to become a pirate as he doesn't know how to swim. Shanks sighs in relief and tells Luffy not to give up as he can train his devil fruit and use it for his advantage in the future. Luffy smiles and tells Shanks that he will indeed become a strong pirate. As you guys probably know, the red-haired pirate goes into a voyage for 2 weeks to which Luffy trains and accepts his devil fruit, such as finding out new abilities, like him pulling a strand of hair from his body to make a clone of himself for little monkeys. Another thing that happened here is that Luffy takes revenge on the mountain bandits when they caused havoc again in the bar where the red-haired pirates used to hang out with. The only difference here is that Luffy can actually fight back and win against the bandits. He would combine his goofiness and his powers together and mess with the bandits. Luffy fights back by using the Nimbus Cloud to fly him out and lure the bandits to follow him as he prepares his attack. Luffy takes out some hair from his body and started chewing and cutting it to 10 and hundreds of pieces. With this he spat out the hair and it all started to transform into little monkeys. The little monkeys then started summon little sticks similar to the power pole and began beating up the bandits. Luffy starts laughing as he showed off his powers. The bandits then started running away, but the monkeys would follow them everywhere. With this they jumped into the ocean to escape them, but they would eventually be eaten by the Sea King creature who ate Shanks' arm. Luffy is shocked and didn't think that this would happen, so he called his little clones back and turned them back to hair. When Shanks returned from their voyage, he learns that the mountain bandits that used to terrorize the village were killed and eaten by a sea creature after being chased by a pack of monkeys. Shanks then smiles and goes up to Luffy thanking him for taking revenge on him. Luffy starts acting goofy again and tells Shanks that he doesn't know what he was talking about and starts laughing. For the next few days, Shanks helps Luffy train his devil fruit as they prepare to get ready and leave the island. As the days passes, Luffy had to tell his goodbyes to the red hair pirates, except he didn't cry this time as he know he would meet Shanks in the future. Shanks asks Luffy if he really doesn't want to come and join them for a short voyage, but Luffy just rejects the offer and tells Shanks that he will become a pirate that will conquer the world and have a crew better than anyone in history. Shanks smiles and goes up to Luffy, giving him his iconic straw hat. Shanks tells Luffy to promise him that he will give the hat back when he becomes a great pirate in the future. Luffy smiles and tells Shanks that he will become better than him in the future, but as the red-haired pirate sails away, Luffy began to cry and shouts that he will meet Shanks again when he becomes the strongest pirate in the world. Oh yeah, Shanks also had both of his arms in this timeline, so tee. So for Luffy's childhood, some of you guys probably know about Daden and the other mountain bandits, but if you don't, I will leave a link below for you to watch Luffy's childhood. So the Luffy in this timeline would actually be more influential figure to Ace and Sabo, helping them become much more stronger as he is tougher opponent. Their skills will be much better, and as you guys know, they have this beef with a pirate crew that lives in their island as Luffy and the others would rob them and steal everything. Luffy, Ace and Sabo would actually beat them and none of the event of Luffy being beaten up happens. Another thing is that Sabo wouldn't be coming back to his biological family, meaning that he won't die, so watch out for this particular thing in the future guys. So, the trio brothers would often train together, and you guys are probably gonna hate me, but would eventually learn that there are things called haki. They meet an old man that once fought the old pirate king, meaning that he helped Luffy and the others train and eventually telling them about haki. Even for Garp, he would eventually train Luffy and the others much harsher and intense here as he sees that it was basically as easy as walking for them. With this, the trio brothers would eventually learn armament haki and observation haki, so for the next few years, they would try to master everything that they have learned, but with Sabo having to leave the island at the age of 14 as his parents are trying to capture him and bring him back to being a noble. Traveling around the sea, he would eventually meet the Revolutionary Army and join them as he agrees with what they think about nobles, and such as he basically experienced the corruption and dark side of nobles. Ace would also eventually leave when he turned 17, leaving Luffy to train and master his techniques before leaving too. But before Luffy leaves, he told the Dadan and the other people that raised him that he loves them, and even gave them a present, a pack of monkeys that will defend and fight for them if trouble comes. With this, Luffy set sails to the sea by flying with his flying Nimbus. With this, I end the prequel of What If Luffy Had the Monkey King's Powers. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like down below and give me some ideas. I would post the other What If Luffy ate a mythical Zoan fruit in the next upcoming days or the future, so watch out for that. The other events of Luffy meeting the first half of the Straw Hats would be in the next What If video, so give me some moves and techniques Luffy can use with his power pole and clones. So as always,